Welcome to New Sky TV, 7-Day Frenzy. Secret love leads to marriage ignites an emotional bombshell online. Is Shen Haonan's Yiying's premeditated love the ultimate antidote or poison for contemporary emotional anxiety? As the clock struck midnight on New Year's Eve 2026, the short drama Secret Love Leads to Marriage, filmed in just 7 days, exploded across the internet like an emotional bombshell. The news sent the comments section into a frenzy, trending topics exploded, and countless people were frantically scrolling through their feeds, screaming, "Shen Haonan's Yiying again? Aren't we tired of this fast food romance formula?" But the truth is, not only are we not tired of it, but it has captivated an entire era. Behind this lies a bloody battle between security and emotional traps. 7 days is just a week's worth of filming, yet they managed to create a blockbuster that drove the entire internet into a frenzy. This isn't a miracle, it's capital and algorithms precisely targeting the emotional vulnerabilities of contemporary people. Tencent Video's bet on the short drama market isn't on acting skills, but on our fatal dependence on familiarity. The data starkly exposes the wounds. Shen Haonan's Yiying, this pre-made couple who have collaborated 3 times, have garnered over 2.3 billion views in the past 3 years. Every frame, every glance, has exploded wildly in short videos, bullet comments, and fan-made edits, forming a never-ending emotional pipeline. As long as they stand together, it's a dream of unrequited love coming true, capable of sending millions of lonely hearts into a collective climax. But what lies beneath this glamorous sugar coating? When we become obsessed with the gentle trap of premeditated love, indulging in every carefully designed heart-fluttering moment on screen, are we truly captivated by ultimate romance, or are we injecting ourselves with an invisible dose of spiritual opium? Our sense of security and reality is already riddled with holes. We project all our longing for love onto these familiar faces, using their 7 embraces and 8 glances to fill the emptiness in our hearts. This familiar CP chemistry is not a victory of acting skills, but a cheap sacrifice to our collective emotional hunger. Their standing together is what unrequited love looks like when it comes true. Such cries resounded across Douban, Weibo, and Bilibili. But wake up! Is this familiar formula truly a cure for anxiety, or a poison to numb ourselves? When we seek redemption in Shen Haonan's gentle eyes and place our fantasies in Yiying's smile, are we weaving an exquisite psychological prison for ourselves? The explosive popularity of Unrequited Love Leads to Marriage doesn't tear open the truth about love, but rather reveals the collective frenzy of a generation's restless souls under the scythe of capital. Every bit of sweetness you taste in this wave could be a sharp blade piercing your heart in the future. Unrequited Love Leads to Marriage superficially wears the sweet cloak of unrequited love coming true plus marriage of convenience, but inside it brutally tears open the most hidden wound of contemporary urbanites, anxiety about security. In the drama, Zhang Ziran, played by Zhai Yiying, experiences heartbreak, an arranged marriage, and being forced into marriage on a snowy night, each step striking at the most painful nerves of modern women. Meanwhile, Yearning, played by Shen Haonan, the male lead hailed as the template of unrequited love, possesses a breathtaking calm restrained in an ever-present gentle foreshadowing, only to be revealed in the end to be the result of an 11-year-long scheme. 11 years of silent observation, 11 years of covert infiltration. Is this love or the patient hunt of a top hunter? CCTV.com incisively pointed out in 2024, today's audiences have long abandoned the fantasy of naive first love, and are now wildly infatuated with certainty and security. A love that can be predicted, enveloped, and clearly planned is more deadly than any passionate adventure. Why? Because reality is too cold. Economic pressure, anxieties about marriage and relationships, and the relentless grind of 996 work schedules leave countless souls yearning for someone to silently hold an umbrella over them, shielding them from all the storms. But have we ever considered this? When someone holds an umbrella for you with utmost care, are they also secretly taking the umbrella handle from your hand? In Secret Love Leads to Marriage, Yearning uses a 4-year ice marriage to create distance, seemingly a gentlemanly protection, but in reality, it's the ultimate slow infiltration. He remembers her fear of the dark and her stomach problems. He always offers her hot drinks when she's down and appears to rescue her in times of crisis. This pervasive care is no longer the forceful acquisition of a domineering CEO in Korean dramas, but has been upgraded to a gentle infiltration war. It makes you unknowingly lower all your defenses, and when you come to your senses, you realize that your world has already been filled by him. Even the air you breathe is etched with his name. Behind this lies the most chilling truth. When premeditated love becomes mainstream, are we truly pursuing the ultimate romantic protection, or have we personally signed an invisible contract of psychological enslavement? Viewers who appreciate details revel in the male lead's deep affection, but selectively ignore, is this airtight envelopment suffocating the last breath in the relationship? Does the sweet talk of for your own good conceal a suffocating desire for control and an unhealthy dependency? The explosive popularity of secret love leads to marriage is a collective outburst of emotional anxiety for a generation. We fear the loneliness and indifference of reality, yet greedily rush into the meticulously planned trap of tenderness on screen. Kisinian's 11 years of unrequited love fulfilled all our fantasies of being firmly chosen, but when this protection permeates every inch of our skin and every heartbeat, is it truly the antidote to loneliness, or a poison that completely robs us of our ability to walk independently? It's terrifying to think about. When the entire internet screamed wildly for Shen Haonan's Yiying's fourth collaboration, were we also silently shedding tears for the security we crave? In this wave of emotions, every sweet bite is wrapped in thorns, and every act of protection hides a trap. Secret love leads to marriage doesn't tear apart a fairy tale of love, but rather the mirage built by our generation on the ruins of an era of high divorce and low marriage rates. Every sliver of tenderness you taste may be a future blade piercing your soul. Do you dare open your eyes to see clearly this premeditated love frenzy? Shen Haonan's Yiying's fourth collaboration is no longer a spark of novelty, but has evolved into a precisely operating emotional manipulation machine. The two are frighteningly familiar with each other's rhythm, expressions, and tone. Even a pause in their gaze can send the comments section instantly flooded with "so good at acting." But is this truly the pinnacle of acting? Wake up! This screaming high level of chemistry is nothing more than the bloodiest harvesting tool on the industrialized production line of short dramas. Industry insiders ruthlessly tear off the veil of pretense. The filming cycle for short dramas is suffocatingly short. Time is money. Choosing fixed partners is not for artistic pursuit, but to save damn time on rehearsals and maximize the exploitation of the fanbase. When The Other Side of the Sun became a hit in 2025, Shen Haonan casually remarked in an interview, "We didn't need much rehearsal. Often, a gesture or a glance was enough for us to know how the other should act." Listen to that. Such a nonchalant statement. Behind the chemistry lies a skillful manipulation of emotions. Shen Haonan's Yiying's fourth collaboration has long transcended the realm of simple novelty. The two are intimately familiar with each other's rhythm, expressions, and tone of voice. Even a pause in their gaze can elicit a flood of comments praising their acting prowess. However, this high level of chemistry is also a result of the industrialization of performance. Industry insiders reveal that short dramas have extremely short shooting cycles and tight schedules, so using a fixed pairing not only saves time on rehearsals but also maximizes the use of existing fan bases. When The Other Side of the Sun became a hit in 2025, Shen Haonan said in an interview, "We didn't actually need much rehearsal. Often, a gesture or a glance was enough for us to know how the other should act." The essence of popularity, emotional consumption and social resonance. Marriage before love and unrequited love turning into reality. These popular elements in urban short dramas in recent years reflect young people's yearning for certainty. In real life, there is too much uncertainty, too much testing and waiting. The plot in dramas, where someone lays a gentle trap for you, patiently waiting for you to turn back, has become the emotional fantasy of countless urban workers and corporate slaves. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.